she slapped it out of me, like for real. And you get a moment where I go, woo! And I stayed in it.
It was so loud. And I thought, oh my God, I really smacked him like hard. And I'm so sorry. And I said, Tay, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm good. And I was thinking, he is not good.
I was pissed. I was like, I'm never gonna work with her again. You know, how unprofessional.
People can say whatever they want about Taraji P. Henson, but one thing is for sure. She never stays silent when she feels disrespected or treated unfairly in the entertainment industry. Now that Nia Long has spoken out in support of Taraji, regarding the unfair pay gaps in Hollywood, Taraji is not here for the fake love. And why should she be? After all, this is the same Nia Long who made working on Empire a complete nightmare and even tried to take Taraji's spot as the main star of the show. Taraji usually doesn't speak on the struggles she's faced behind the scenes or the drama with her co-stars. But when she does, you know it must have affected her deeply. Meanwhile, Nia Long has been in the industry for over 30 years and has built a reputation for being difficult to work with. This was a known fact long before she and Taraji shared the screen on Empire. During her prime in Hollywood, Nia was often typecast into specific roles. She rarely made it into the mainstream and was usually cast as a girlfriend, an ex, or a mistress. While she did have a few leading roles in films like Love Jones, Fatal Affair, and the Michael Jackson biopic, most of her career was spent in supporting or guest roles. She had hoped that her movie Alfie with Jude Law would catapult her into Hollywood's A-list, but it flopped at the box office. Ever since then, word on the street is that she's been bitter and tends to take it out on actresses she feels are getting roles that she deserves. This isn't just speculation. Do you remember when she called out Hollywood for not considering her for Avatar? She openly questioned why she wasn't even in the discussion. And let's not forget her comments about Halle Berry and Queen Latifah, claiming that other Black actresses needed more opportunities and implying that Halle should have done more to help others in the industry. There were even rumors that she wanted to play Drew Barrymore's role in Charlie's Angels, and felt like Hollywood had blackballed her. So, when Taraji started rising to fame, it was no surprise that Nia had something to say. Allegedly, she would go on about how Taraji didn't deserve her success, and questioned why Hollywood embraced her so quickly. So, when the two actresses had to work together on Empire, things quickly got messy. In Season 3, Nia joined Empire as Lucius Lyon's ex, a powerful crime boss named Juliana, who had intense scenes with Taraji's character, Cookie. Nia was reportedly brought in because of her close relationship with Terrence Howard. But as soon as she arrived on set, she acted like she was the biggest star. She constantly showed up late, forcing the production team to use stand-ins for rehearsal. And when she did arrive, she was reportedly rude to the hair and makeup team. Her behavior was so bad that they filed a formal complaint, the only time they ever did that, despite working with huge stars like Demi Moore, Alicia Keys, Kelly Rowland, and Naomi Campbell. The tension between Nia and Taraji escalated when one of the actors finally called Nia out, asking her why she was always late. Nia lost it, and when Taraji stepped in to defuse the situation, she made a comment about Nia possibly being on her period. Whether she meant it as a joke or not, it only made things worse. Nia wasn't backing down, and neither was Taraji. Taraji has always been protective of the crew because she knows what it's like to be treated unfairly as a smaller actor. She has spoken about her early days working as an extra in Malcolm X and other films, where she saw firsthand how differently background actors were treated compared to big stars. So, when Nia came in and acted superior to the crew, Taraji wasn't going to let it slide. To make matters worse, after their heated argument, Nia refused to film scenes with Taraji. The production team had to find ways to shoot their scenes separately just to keep things moving. While tensions eased towards the end of the season, it was clear that Nia's time on Empire was over. Even after leaving the show, Nia found another reason to be upset. When guest stars finish their final scenes, they usually get a formal goodbye from the cast and crew, with applause and recognition. But when Nia's last scene wrapped, the assistant director was busy helping Terrence Howard with an allergic reaction and forgot to announce her departure. Feeling slighted, Nia reportedly threatened to sue the production over the lack of a proper send-off. However, there was no such clause in her contract. When news broke about her being difficult to work with, Nia denied all claims, insisting she was always professional and respectful. But let's be real, so many different people have called her out for her attitude. They can't all be lying, can they? She made an effort to take control before things got worse and decided to speak up about it. Wanting to clear the air, she addressed the issue before it could spiral out of control. She didn't wait for rumors to spread or for others to shape the narrative. She stepped forward and shared her side of the story. By doing this, she hoped to avoid misunderstandings and make sure people heard the truth directly from her. It was her way of staying ahead of the situation and making sure things didn't get blown out of proportion or taken out of context.
It was a challenge up here a little bit. Yeah.
She was, yeah.
Nia didn't want us to record her or nothing at first.
Nia has made it clear that she stands by who she is and has no intention of changing. She admitted to being exactly as people describe her and doesn't feel the need to apologize for it. She's unwilling to compromise unless you go out of your way to prove yourself to her. That kind of attitude makes it difficult to work with her, which explains why Taraji still has issues with her. The internet has not been kind to Nia, constantly calling.
We open doors for brown girls to be exactly who we are, and that's beautifully complicated. And so it's been a blessing and a curse because here's what I do know. Nia Long knows her light. Nia Long knows her makeup. Nia Long knows her hair. And you probably can't talk me into something else unless you show me. If you want to call that difficult, then
Her out for her behavior. It's hard to ignore the fact that multiple people have said the same thing about her over the years. When so many different sources share similar stories, it's usually a sign that there's some truth to it. This isn't just one person's opinion. There have been several instances where others have hinted at her being difficult. You don't even need words to see there's tension. The way she carries herself, her body language, and how the rest of the cast interacts with her say a lot. There's an air of entitlement around her, and many have accused her of acting like a diva. Whether she realizes it or not, her attitude creates distance between her and others. It's not surprising that she has a reputation for being hard to get along with. Meanwhile, Taraji continues to be loved and respected by many. She's not just a talented actress, she's also known for being down-to-earth and professional. Unlike Nia, Taraji doesn't give off an attitude that makes people feel unwelcome or beneath her. That's why so many people, including me, support her. She has the talent, the personality, and the work ethic to back it up. As for Nia, there's no denying that she's beautiful, but personality matters just as much as looks. When someone has a bad attitude, it starts to overshadow everything else. Beauty fades, but the way you treat people sticks with them forever. If she wants to change how people see her, she might need to take a step back and reflect on how she interacts with others. But what do you all think about this situation? Do you believe Nia's reputation is justified, or do you think people are being too hard on her? Let's talk about it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, baddies!